and the New York Jets, taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo, trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was fourth best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year at New Orleans, at Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Hey, we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. On first down, Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Still 9 remaining on second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
At the 4-yard line.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back to the running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This is caught. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 15 carries, 65 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That's good.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. The give is to Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 7. 1st down, New York.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell. And he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the toss to Bell running right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brought down by Emmanuel.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll go down at the 28.
Bell. That's good for a Jets. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Darnold on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. 7 yards the pickup there.
Completion there to Rashad Perriman, and the best part of his game coming out of UCF is ability to run. A sub-4.4 sprinter. They need him now in New York to replace speedster Robbie Anderson, who signed with Carolina. He's going to take over the outside vertical routes that Anderson provided, and they're hoping for big plays downfield.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Catch there by Jamison Crowder. 78 catches, 833 yards, and 6 touchdowns in 2019. Operates very well out of the slot, one of the niftier receivers in the league.
On first and goal, Gore. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Frank Gore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And his pass incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, but it's going to be second down.
Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Garoppolo's pass.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Jets.
23 yards on the play.
At the 40.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8. At the 49ers' 43-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
First and 10 at their own 20.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
First down, 49ers.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing incompletion.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Garoppolo on 1st down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jordan Jenkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And long.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
Robbie Gould to kick off for
And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
at their own 20.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. It's a big run that time by Bell. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
In second.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's third down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
First and 10. At the
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. On first down, it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Rashad Perriman there to make the grab. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Ficking on now for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
49ers.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
49ers.
So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low, but his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 20.
New York ready to go again offensively. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coup.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
Now 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Darnold completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Catch by Le'Veon Bell, and in 2019, 66 catches, but just 461 yards. Both of those totals well short of his career highs. An important piece of any offense with his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Nick Bosa.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
3rd and 3.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Jets will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
A gain of 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down, San Francisco.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
To George Kittle.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
49ers.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Returnable here for Davis. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
The New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the handoff, it's Gore. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The ball carrier.
This is about what you'd expect. Defense selling out to stop the run. Pretty good on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, you're no longer really worried about making sure you're holding up the offensive lineman as a defensive lineman. Now you're just talking about getting in gaps. You're trying to get upfield, penetrate, and make a play on the football, especially, before the running back really gets control of it. That's what you're doing. You're also bringing the linebackers in to jam the line of scrimmage, and a safety or two is going to be there as well.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Here's Waskey Hart on the tackle. A gain of a yard.
The Jets on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A gain of 2.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Ficken's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11.
The score is Jets 24.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down by 11. A minute 44 to go. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it 1st down. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. How about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Jets, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to regroup.